Hi guys, welcome back to exmolex. So the LDS Church has created sleeveless garments. When I saw the news article about this, I genuinely thought that somebody was just pulling a prank, like it was a funny fake news article to make people laugh, but it's real. I have a lot of feelings about this. So let's get into it. I want to talk a little bit more about what exactly garments are and the history of them for people who don't know, and get into this new change and why I'm frustrated about it. And as a little warning to anybody who's watching this who is a current member of the church, I am going to be talking about garments. I'm going to be showing pictures of garments and talking about the symbols on them and how that relates to the temple ceremony. So if that would make you feel uncomfortable or offended in any way, don't watch this video. So LDS temple garments. What are they, first of all? Here are some photos so you can see what they look like both in and out of the package. Or at least this is what they looked like from 1979 until now. When Mormons go through the temple, also known as going through an endowment ceremony, they start wearing garments. The symbols on the garments are Masonic, like a lot of the temple ceremony is. They are the same symbols that are on the veil of the temple, which is part of the temple ceremony. The garments are considered sacred, especially those symbols. They're supposed to act as a constant reminder of covenants made to God during that ceremony. According to the church handbook, church members who have been clothed with the garment in a temple have taken upon themselves a covenant obligation to wear it according to the instructions given in the endowment. The garment provides a constant reminder of the covenants made in the temple. When properly worn, it provides protection against temptation and evil. Wearing the garment is also an outward expression of an inward commitment to follow the Savior. So not only are the garments a reminder of covenants made, they're also basically a protection talisman against evil and temptation. The general handbook further states, you should wear the garment day and night throughout your life. When it must be removed for activities that cannot reasonably be done while wearing the garment, seek to restore it as soon as possible. So basically, wearing garments has always been super important as an endowed member of the church. And garments have existed in the church since near the very beginning. The church was founded in the 1830s, and the garments were implemented as part of the temple ceremony very early on. However, the garments have changed throughout the years. The original temple garment was a one-piece that looked kind of like a union suit, like this. It went all the way to the ankles and the wrists. At some point, the garment became more like a t-shirt and shorts, reflecting the church's current modesty standards. And from what I could find online, it wasn't until 1979 that the church started offering a two-piece option, so you didn't have to use a bum flap to use the restroom anymore. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's thunder. I'm really excited. I love storms. And now, as of 2024, sleeveless garments, skirt bottoms, and one-piece shifts are available in some parts of the world, like Africa and the Philippines, according to the church's online store. Devout Latter-day Saints cherish the privilege of wearing the temple garment, church spokesman Doug Anderson said in a statement provided Thursday to the Deseret News. Some of those members live in hot and humid areas. The First Presidency has authorized changes in the garment to bless those members and others who might benefit from the changes. Beyond this, the church does not comment on temple matters considered to be sacred. The open-sleeve top, skirt bottom, and one-piece shift that is similar to a slip will be useful in areas where humidity and heat create discomfort with heavier clothing and where women generally wear dresses. So, a couple thoughts I had right away were, firstly, the church's modesty standards, which for many decades have been as such. In the words of Mormon apostle Robert D. Hales, in everyday living, immodest clothing such as short shorts, mini skirts, tight clothing, shirts that do not cover the stomach, and other revealing attire are not appropriate. Men and women, including young men and young women, should wear clothing that covers the shoulder and avoid anything that is low cut in the front or back or revealing in any other manner. Tight pants, tight shirts, excessively baggy clothing, wrinkled apparel, and unkempt hair are not appropriate. That is exactly how I was raised in the church. That is what the modesty standards have been my whole life, and it was drilled into our brains. We listened to conference talks just like this one. We had lessons in Sunday school and seminary about modesty. We were shamed by our leaders if we wore immodest clothing. Apostle Dallin H. Oaks even said to young women in 2005 that if they dress immodestly, they, quote, are becoming pornography to some of the men who see them. And covering their shoulders was always a part of that. So changing the garments so that they do not cover the shoulders, that was super surprising to me. And I have to wonder if this signifies a larger change to come where the church no longer has an issue with shoulders. The next thing that came to mind was this. The General Handbook states the temple garment should not be modified to accommodate different styles of clothing. This is something that was always emphasized. Don't modify the garment. Don't change it or shift it or move it so that you can wear clothes that would normally not go with the garment. I know some people still did this. Like, for example, I know there were some girls that would buy garments purposely a size or two too small so that the shorts wouldn't go all the way to their knee, and then they would have an excuse to wear shorter shorts because it didn't show the garment. But that was against the rules. I remember when I got married and got my garments, I had to donate some of my favorite sweaters because they just came a little bit too far out and showed too much shoulder, so the garment was showing, and I had to get rid of them. So the fact that one random day the church just has come out and been like, oh hey, we're making sleeveless garments now, it's just like frustrating and weird. What happened to not modifying the garment? And another thing, it is bizarre to me that at least as of now, these sleeveless garments are only available to members who live in hot and humid climates. How are they going to regulate that? By zip code? Oh, I see here you're close, but it's not quite hot and humid enough for you to be allowed to buy this kind. Also, did God just now realize that there are areas where it gets hot and humid on this earth that he created? Or did he just now inform the prophet of that? And will these garments at some point be available to everyone and not just people who live in hot and humid climates? On the one hand, I'm happy for members who get to enjoy these benefits. I would have been thrilled to have sleeveless garments. Just like I would have been thrilled with 2-hour church and the shortened temple ceremony. They keep changing things that it would have been really nice if I had been in the church still to enjoy them. But it seems weird to me to, one, make changes that appear to directly contradict your own rules, i.e., don't modify the garment. And two, unfair to limit who has access to these garments based on location. Is the gospel not the same for all people? Let me know your thoughts on this one. I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys have to say. Like I said, like, I'm happy for members that get to enjoy these benefits, but like, it just also seems unfair and frustrating and weird for those of us who went through it and now it's different. So Mormon, ex-Mormon, never Mormon, let me know your thoughts. Huge thank you to my patrons for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you guys. An extra special thank you to Doug Davis for supporting at the Demon tier on my Patreon. If you guys would like to support the channel and the work I do here, I would really appreciate that. There are links to do so in the description below. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.